The show.
Bang, 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 bang.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
Face first.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Go.
Dom the Mongo. Let's get ready to rumble. Dom the Mongo.
Awesome, George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sunday Lister. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been lost, knocked down a couple times. Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
Man, dude.
Bad.
He knew that.
Fast. Last night, I cut the light off my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark.
Incredible.
Fast.
Incredible.
And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, we back. Stand up, get on your feet. What we doing? We back, baby. Summertime, I got that heat, baby. It's that time to feed the streets, baby. It'll knock you off your feet, baby. Yeah, we back, baby. Summertime, I got that heat, baby. It's that time to feed the streets, baby. It'll knock you off your feet, baby. Yeah. Come on!
Bang, bang.
What we doing? Let's get it in here. The champ is back. It's lit in here. It's lit now. I feel the energy now. What we doing? Yeah. After the break, we'll get back to the show. I miss y'all, and I hope y'all miss me. We gonna get this thing going. It's summertime, baby. Shake it, deck it, quack, quack. Welcome back. Welcome back to episode 7 of the Dexterity Podcast. I'm your host, Che Christopher Dexter, but everybody just calls me Che. I want to welcome y'all. I've missed y'all so much. I miss y'all dearly, and I hope y'all miss me, man. I'm excited to get here. We got another electric podcast on the table, and I can't wait to bless y'all. But before we get into the meat and potatoes, y'all know that we got to take care of these doggone announcements. So let's take care of the announcements real quick, and then we're going to get on with the further programming. Real quick, before we do anything, I need you to follow us on all platforms. Follow us on the Instagram page, Dexterity Podcast, DEXTERTY Podcast. We have reached huge milestone. Keep that round of applause going. We've reached over 133 followers on the gram. Round of applause for over 133 followers. Round of applause for over 133 followers. I want to thank y'all so much. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank y'all so much for the shares. Thank y'all so much for the likes. Thank y'all so much for the reposts. All that stuff goes a mighty long way. That lets me know that you guys are invested in my content. Y'all are loving the content. But not only that, y'all are spreading the word. And when you spread the word, more people can come, and it can be an even bigger movie. So I want to thank y'all so much for the likes, the reposts, and everything that y'all doing. So let's not forget to follow us on the Instagram page. Next, follow us on the Facebook page at Dexterity Media, Dexterity Space Media. That's where you can get some more content as well. We also do the live stream on Facebook, so it's important that you know where we are on there. All right? Thirdly, follow us on the TikTok page, Dexterity Podcast, the same as the Instagram page. We've reached over 108 followers on the TikTok page. Round of applause for us reaching over 108 followers on the TikTok page. Round of applause for us reaching over 108 followers on the TikTok page. Thank y'all so much for the repost. We've been getting a lot of traction on there. We've been getting a lot of profile visits from people that I know, people that I don't know, so I appreciate that. That goes a long way. You guys are spreading the word for me. Y'all my folks, and I got nothing but love for ya. So thank y'all. Let's continue to do that. But last but certainly not least, let's follow us right now on like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay, that's where you can get the full playback episodes. You can get the reels. You can get the shorts. You can get all of it on the YouTube page. That's going to be Dexterity Podcast. That's going to be Dexterity Podcast as well. Okay, huge milestone. One of my clips and shorts have reached over 1,300 views. Round of applause for that. Another clip or short has reached over 900 views on there. So huge round of applause for that. That encourages me. That makes me want to keep going, keep giving y'all content. I think we've covered all bases. So I'm super excited to get to this episode. Last but certainly not least, I almost forgot, donations and giving. Round of applause for that. We do accept donations here at the Dexterity Podcast. If you want to give and donate, there are multiple ways to do so. Keep that round of applause going for me. You can give, all right, via Cash App. You can give via Apple Pay. You can give Chime, PayPal, Zelle. You name it, we got it. You name it, we got it, man. But any other way that you want to give, you can just DM the Instagram DM for that, and we can get that taken care of. Listen, real quick little nugget. There's power in giving. I'm not just talking about, when it comes to donations to my podcast and my network. I'm just talking about in general. There's a huge power in giving, okay? There's what we call seed and harvest, okay? You can't reap something that you never sown or planted. I'm going to say that one more time. You cannot reap something that you haven't sown or planted. My parents tell me all the time, nothing can come into your hand when your hand is closed. I'm going to say that one more time. Nothing can come into your hand if your hand is closed. A lot of y'all wondering why blessings aren't coming into you, because you haven't been a blessing to others, man. So I encourage you guys in this summer season, lend a helping hand. Be a giver, okay? You don't need to take. You need to give, okay? Because what you give, you'll give that back and more. So huge round of applause for that. We do accept donations. It's going to be on the screen, all right? I think we have covered everything. Now it's time to get to one of my favorite segments of the show. It is the What Are We Doing segment. Let's get the music and let's get this thing going. It's time to cook. Let's get it, y'all.
Let's get ready to rumble!
This is the What Are We Doing segment. Round of applause for the What Are We Doing segment. Now, if you don't know what this segment is, this segment here, we're going to be highlighting hot stories about people in the streets, asking, what are y'all doing? All right? This is the What Are We Doing segment. This is one of the most exciting parts of the episode. This is one of the most comedic parts of the episodes, and a lot of people love this segment, okay? So I'm going to bring people to the stage, all right? And I'm going to explain why they're here, all right? Huge round of applause for the What Are We Doing segment. Now let's give this round of applause for Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Coming to the stage is no other than Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Or should I say Cheyenne Bryant? Doctor Who? Y'all like what I did that. All right. Now, for those of y'all who don't know who she is a 43-year-old life coach, bring that down for me, doctor of psychology, allegedly, and a spiritual mentor dedicated to helping individuals break free from their limitations and unlock their full potential. She has recently released a New York Times bestseller titled Living Your Promise. Let's give a round of applause for her getting a bestseller, Living Your Promise. All right, but unfortunately, she got a book called Living Your Promise. Well, let's just say she's been living her life. All right. She's a beautiful woman that has built her cachet and persona over social media, going on a major platform such as Funky Friday with Cam Newton, Tonight's Conversation, and even Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. But the internet and the streets have been on her tail recently because of the doctorate degree and certification that have been in question for quite some time. Now, if you rewind and go back over a year ago, Corey Holcomb, who is a successful comedian and host of the Club 5150 show, was on Cam Newton's Funky Friday podcast and exposed that this alleged doctor wasn't a licensed doctor. He said that he did the research and he couldn't find her doctorate degree anywhere. But because of his character, because of his provocative style of content, it was the right message, but the wrong messenger. She's recently been asked about it on the Joe Budden podcast, and she said that she didn't want to be licensed by choice. All right. No one would say, right? Some would say, all you have to do is to debunk the rumor and the claim is just post your degree and your dissertation, and all of this, all of the rumors will be put to bed. But she has yet to come with any of that receipts and facts, but instead she has come with excuse after excuse on why she hasn't posted the receipts, claiming that the university has shut down and that they don't have copies of her degree anymore. In Bernie Mac voice, that's some bull. You mean to tell me that the degree that you earned, your doctorate degree, the university don't have records? Now, if you think that I'm making that up about her saying that, you couldn't be further more than the truth. I'm going to play the clip right now. Here on the Dexterity Podcast, we're going to play the clip where she explained herself for the very last time. All right. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to load this clip up for you guys, and we're going to get straight to the nitty gritty. Okay. Lauren LaRosa, huge round of applause for Lauren LaRosa and the Breakfast Club. She's been kicking and been doing her thing on there. She didn't waste no time. She got straight to the meat and potatoes when it came to her licensing and her dissertation that has been rambling all over social media. Now, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get a live reaction to what she had to say about her dissertation. Let's roll the clip right now.
Once on here, I'm not doing it again. And I'm clearing it up for my dog squad, for my fan base, for my audience who deserve to hear me address it. For the folks who have already made up their mind to not like me or not understand me, listen, I don't give a fuck what.
Uh-oh. Getting very defensive. Getting very, very, very defensive. All right? I just want to point that out. She started off with F-bombs. This is supposed to be a high degree, a doctorate degree. You're supposed to be handling yourself in these interviews with grace and professionalism. This don't seem so professional to me. You're starting it off with F-bombs. You didn't even start with the light cuss word. You went straight to F. But let's continue to roll
What
this
your
clip.
narrative is, I would like you to recreate it, double down on it, and run that shit. because I don't give a fuck about it. Now, to my doc squad, my fan base, my folks, my village, it's very simple. I went to a school, Argos University, completed an entire program. I went back online to get my official transcript because I was applying to a law school many years ago to be a professor there. And I had to provide my transcripts, right, to get hired. And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my official transcripts. I need my entire thing. And there was no school. I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down. I said, oh, well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look, there is a third party that has the records. Why I contact the third party. That third party only holds records for 2 years.
All right, I've heard enough. Oh, hell no! I've heard enough. Only 2 years, you say? Shine, cut the crap. Cut the crap. The jig is up. You had a nice little run. But what comes to the dark must come to the light. There's actually have been people that have actually attended that university and said that they are still able to log in and get copies of their records. So they can get a copy of their records, but you can't? I call bull. Talking about she couldn't get her. Girl, please. Instead of taking an accountability and just owning up to it, you continue to react, out of character. You continue to act out of character and get defensive and defend what we know that you don't have. And then want to cuss, want to get mad when the questions get asked. The questions are going to continue to get asked because you have yet to give an honest response. Sometimes people, whenever you get caught, it's just best to fess up and tell the truth instead of adding a lie on top of a lie. And one last thing. Just because you got a chain that says Doc on it, which is quite nice, real nice, that don't make your ass a doctor. Now let's give a huge round of applause to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, and hopefully she can start really living her promise. Coming to the stage next, let's give a huge round of applause for Chet Holmgren. Let's give a huge round of applause to Chet Holmgren. Hey, yo, Chet, let me holler at you for a second. All right? For those of you that don't know, the NBA playoffs have been going on, and it's been a phenomenal series. It's been a phenomenal playoffs. We've been getting some of the best brand of basketball that we've seen in quite some time. So the NBA is back in great hands with these great, young, talented players. The Western Conference just wrapped up in an electrifying series between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. This was a series that was just what us basketball fans wanted and desired. It was the alien versus the back-to-back MVP in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Game 7 took place, and the Spurs were the victor and defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder on their home floor 110-103 and advanced to the NBA Finals to play the New York Knicks, who they are down 0-2 right now, heading into New York for Game 3. Wemby finished with 22 points and 7 rebounds, and Shai, the high man, with 35 points and 9 assists. Huge congratulations to the San Antonio Spurs, and I know y'all are down, but we're going to wish y'all the best, and a huge milestone for your young core group. But I want to pay a little attention to the Oklahoma City Thunders and the supporting cast as we can shift music real quick. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all had Shai out there feeling like DMX. Where my dogs at? And this is specially dedicated to you, Shed. I'm not even gonna hold you. Shed, you played like Shed. I'm gonna say that one more time. Shed, you played like Shed. This man that bought y'all APs and trench coats, and you got the audacity to put up a whopping 4 points on 1 of 2 shooting from the field in the closeout game in your building? Not gonna work. No sir, no sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you call nasty. Considering this man is the third option, arguably the second option when it comes to scoring. Considering the second option was hurt, which means you needed to be a little bit more aggressive. Considering they just paid you 5 years up to $250 million this past offseason, and you do that? Let me tell y'all something. Let me give y'all a life lesson right here. To whom much is given, much is required. And I feel like you showed no heart the entire series. Some of y'all are asking for stuff, right, that you don't have the capacity to handle. To whom much is given, much is required. I'm not looking at Casey Wallace because he's not getting $200 million. I'm not looking at Jared McCain because he's not getting $200 million. I'm not looking at Caruso or Dort or Aaron Williams because they, my friend, aren't getting $200 million. You are. You were supposed to show up and be Shay's right-hand man in that battle. Y'all left that man hanging, and that's some bull. You was ducking that Wemby smoke the whole series. You wanted no parts of that action. You didn't want to get in that fire. You didn't want none of that Wemby smoke. I would have told the coach, I got him. I'm taking the challenge. I would have respected you taking the challenge and failing as opposed to not taking the challenge at all. Y'all have been competing against each other since high school, and now it's time to have that dance in the biggest stage, and your ass ain't even come to the party. You wasn't protecting the rim like you normally do, and you wasn't being aggressive on the offensive end whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, those days of us comparing Shed Holmgren to Victor Wembanyama are officially over. I don't want to hear Shed. I don't want to Chef, Holmgren, Holmes, Home. I don't want to hear no words that start with CH or sh when it comes to Wemby. You got some growing up to do and looking in the mirror to do this off season. Y'all left Shay high and dry. And last but certainly not least, Shay, if I'm you, I'm going to get those APs back. I'm not even going to respectfully. Y'all got to come up off those. Y'all got to come up off those APs. You can keep the coats, you can keep the trench coats, but you got to come up off the APs. You got to earn those back. You got to earn those back next season, okay? Because, man, that was some bull. Now let's give a huge round of applause to Shed Holmgren. And I hope you come back next season ready to play ball. Now, last but certainly not least, let's give a huge round of applause. Last but not least, coming to the stage on the What Are We Doing segment, let's give it up for the Garland Scuffle. Let's give it up for father and son at the Garland Scuffle. It is graduation season. Let's give a round of applause for the 2026 graduates. Dun, 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 dun. Whether you graduated college, whether you graduated high school, or hell, even if you graduated elementary school, it's an accomplishment and a milestone that should be celebrated. And here at the Dexterity Podcast, we are proud of you and what is for you to come in the foreseeable future. It was just so nice to see the young lads in their caps and gowns walking the stage. But at this particular event, this particular graduation, someone bust a cap in someone's ass. The Mesquite High School graduation, which was held at the Curtis Carwell the Curtis Carwell Center in Garland, Texas. Excuse me, y'all. Let me get some water. There we go. We good. Was recently went viral because of a scuffle between an alleged father and son. The altercation took place because he asked the son to get up out of his seat and leave the graduation or get out of his seat in which the son refused. The son said he wasn't getting out of the seat. The father then proceeded to put his hands on the boy, and the boy eventually put his hands on him. That son gave his father a 16-piece hot honey rub and spicy Korean special. All right. Now, if y'all think I'm playing, I'm going to roll this clip. Now, here again, I'm going to say it again. We don't condone any violence here at the Dexterity Podcast. Okay. Viewer discretion is advised. All right. We're going to show this clip. We're going to try, my friends, to keep this as brief and quick as possible. We don't want to show too much violence here. So let's go ahead and roll the clip. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to react to this as a family. Are y'all with me? Let's get ready to go higher on the Dexterity Podcast. Make some noise for yourself. Let me share my screen. Looks like we got action. Looks like we got motion. Now here, you're going to see live. This is here, the graduation. Round of applause for getting this amazing content. Nikki First Lady O'Hara. Round of applause for Nikki First Lady O'Hara. Round of applause for her getting this content. Man. All right. Now let's go ahead and play this. All right. I'm not going to show the full clip because it's pretty violent and it's pretty graphic. All right. Let's go ahead and play this really quick. Now, as you can see, he's telling his son to get up. He's telling the young boy to get up, and it looks like he's not giving a response, a little to any response. All right. And the first thing that I want to tell you guys, all right, the minute you put, well, I'm going to say that. I'm going to save that point for later. Okay. But he's telling his son to get up, and he's not saying anything. He's not really giving a response. All right. And that's where we start right there. Okay. Now let's stop right here. Let's stop right here before things get crack-a-lacking. All right. This is something that you have to learn here. And I want to give this to my young lads, my young boys, and even adults out there. Quick little nugget. The minute you put your hands on another man, you have to take what comes with that. You open up Pandora's box for him to take it any way he sees fit. All right? You caused it, but you can't control the effect. All right? That's a quick nugget right there. And you could tell he was having a bad day. He wasn't even responding to him. He wasn't even saying no. He just looked straight. Anytime someone is not responding with verbal or nonverbal communication and he just quiet, no expressions, you're in trouble. Your ass is in trouble. At that point, you got to find a new seat. You got to find a new seat, okay? He was having a bad day, okay? At this point in time in his life, he's just waiting on you to react. It just so happens, but I truly feel in my heart of hearts that anybody stepped to him that day was going to get that same consequence and repercussions that you're getting ready to receive. I don't know what happened that day. I don't know if he got laid off. I don't know if his significant other cheated on him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got a ticket, but you can tell he was having a bad day and he was just looking to bless somebody with them hands. And he didn't know that he was going to be there at the graduation. All right? You got to watch out for them quiet ones. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of the clip. Should I play the clip? I'm going to play the clip, but I'm not going to play it that long. Okay? All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Let's stop sharing my screen. That's enough. I think you know who was the victor in that situation. All right. Now, he proceeded to whoop his ass from the rows all the way down to the stairs, damn near to where the graduates were seated. All right, this fight was eventually broken up by security and police officers, and they were escorted out of the arena. The point that I'm trying to make is at these graduations, you're going to see people that you haven't seen in a while. You're going to see people that you don't get along with. You're going to see people that you don't want to see. All right? You just have to learn how to play ball. And remember why you're there. You're there to celebrate the graduates. Okay? I feel like y'all can play nice for 45 minutes to an hour. You can be civilized for an hour or two at a graduation. All right? Furthermore, as you go to because they probably got arrested and indicted and all that stuff, ask yourself, was it worth it? All right. Now I want to shift real quick. Just change the music real quick, DJ. Let's give me my saxophone now. And furthermore, as I close this segment out, it's also been alleged, I can't confirm or deny it, for a lack of a better judgment or term, what I've been told is that he plays on the other team. Right now, if the accusations are indeed true, you're already facing an uphill battle. Right, you got to know what you're signing up for when you're playing against the alternative team, if you will, because they can go. That team can go. And you found out firsthand why they are not to be messed with. All right? In the future, let's just keep our hands to ourselves. All right? Now, when we come back from this break, we are going to cover, all right, some topics, some interesting topics that we got. We got a lot to cover. Let's get that round of applause going. After this commercial break, we got a lot of stuff that we got to cover. A lot of things that we got to take care of. We're not going to be long, all right? Don't touch that dial. The Dexterity Podcast is here. We're back and we're live. Don't forget to share. And we be right back after this. I'm your boy. Nothing but love for ya. Shucky ducky quack quack. We'll be back after this. Welcome back.
Dom DeMarco.
Dexter.
Dom DeMarco.
Welcome back to the Dexterity Podcast. We are wrapping up here shortly. I will not take too much of y'all's time. I hope y'all enjoyed that segment. Now I kind of want to shift to a more serious topic. We are going to cover the Carmelo Anthony trial. The Carmelo Anthony trial is currently taking place as we speak. This is the murder of a 19-year-old. The murder trial of a 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony beginning this month, centering the fatal stabbing of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a Texas high school track meet in Frisco in 2025. Anthony faces first-degree murder charges but claims self-defense. Now, this was a huge story in 2025. This took the city of Dallas by storm. He was granted bail. I think that was a huge deal within itself, whether or not he would be granted a bond or if he would have to sit until his trial date. But the judge granted him bail, so he's been out. He's been free, and now it is time for the trial, which is taking place as we speak. I just dropped somebody off at the McKinney Courthouse, so that's where it's being taking place of. And I want to play this quick clip. This is a individual that covered this case on CNN. It's a quick clip. Once we play that, I'm going to give my reactions, and we're going to move forward.
If you haven't been following the Carmelo Anthony murder trial out of Texas, you got to pull up a chair because this case is heartbreaking and needs to be explored. So rewind back to April 2025, where we are at a high school track meet in Frisco, Texas. You got two 17-year-old student athletes, Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, and there was a sudden confrontation under one of the team's tents. Minutes later, Austin is fatally stabbed in the chest. Now, the trial is officially underway, and both sides, they are telling completely different stories. The prosecution says that Carmelo basically taunted Austin into a fight and then plunged a knife into his chest, calling it totally unprovoked and senseless. Now, the defense, they are screaming self-defense. They argue that Austin and his twin brother were way bigger than Carmelo, and that Austin actually shoved Carmelo first after telling him to get out of their school's tent. And they're saying that it was a split-second reaction born out of pure fear. Now, Carmelo, he's being tried as an adult and faces up to life in prison, but not the death penalty. You got surveillance video that was just played in court, but it didn't clearly capture the actual stabbing. So witness testimony, that's going to be extremely crucial in this case. And in the end, the jury's going to have to decide, was it a case of unprovoked first-degree murder or a tragic split-second act of self-defense?
Huge round of applause for that. She did a phenomenal job of breaking that down. There's been witnesses of coaches. I think it's the person that was with him as he took his last breath. There's been some video footage that has been taking place, so the evidence is starting to get out there of this trial. I just want to say this, and I'm going to leave this be. I sympathize with both sides. I see both sides of this case. I see Austin Metcalf's side. A life was lost. A life was lost, whether or not he caused this, whether or not he was the aggressor or he was on the offense. Never should have led to his death. Never, it should have led to his death. So young and so much life to live. I see his side. I see the side of his parents. They lost their son. His twin brother. A brother was lost. Nephew. Friends. Teammates. Coaches. He was loved. He was loved. And so much life to live. So I definitely see their side, no matter what you feel, no matter if he caused it, no matter if he was the aggressor, his life shouldn't have been lost. It could have been handled better. So I see their side, but I'll shift over and I see Carmelo's side. I see the side of self-defense. He wasn't trying to cause hurt to nobody. He was minding his business. He just so happened to be in their tent. He was provoked. Carmelo Anthony isn't the biggest guy in the world. Austin Metcalf and his brother, they got some size on them. They're football players. Lift weights. They were bigger in stature when compared to Carmelo Anthony. So who are we to say that he wasn't in danger? He said he was in danger. He said that he warned them. He told them to stop messing with him, stop picking on him. Don't put your hands on me because I'm going to act accordingly. And Austin Metcalf, I guess he didn't take heed to that warning because he acted in best he saw fit. And Carmelo Anthony came with a response of self-defense and stabbed Austin Metcalf. Warning comes before destruction, people. His life shouldn't have got lost. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying this should have been I'm not saying that this should have been the effect. but you don't know the mind state people are in when you messing with folk. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know the mental stability that they're in, and you don't know how they're going to react to what you do. So you have to use your discernment in each and every situation. Carmelo Anthony acted accordingly. He didn't leave. He didn't flee the scene. He didn't flee the situation. He admitted to what he did. I think him not fleeing the situation, I think that's going to work in his favor in this trial. I see his side. When you cause something, you can't control the effect. Again, when it goes back to the Garland scuffle, right? The minute you put your hands on somebody, the minute as you act in the offense, you can't sit back and say, you can't control the reaction of the defender. You can't say, oh, well, he went too far. You can't control that. You caused it. And I want to beat down the point, he shouldn't have lost his life. But what I am saying is, you cannot control the effect when you cause something. So I see both sides. We're going to see how this plays out in court. It's gotten underway. I believe the trial I think they're estimating this to be no more than 2 to 3 weeks. So we're going to get a verdict. We're going to get an answer really here soon. So we're going to be following and keeping updates on the situation. My prayer is that justice is served and that it's a fair trial. I don't want no bias. I don't want them to be biased towards Carmelo. I don't want them to be biased towards Austin. I want them to look at the evidence that both parties, the plaintiff and the defensive teams, have. I want them to look at the witnesses. I want them to look at everything that is being put on the table and make a justifiable right decision. I don't want them to have the emotions of, I want you to look at the evidence. I want you to look, assess it, be fair. I'm speaking and I want fairness. That's all I want. I want a justifiable trial. I want a fair trial. That's all I want. Call it down the middle. Take the evidence for what it is. And let's move forward. A life should not have been lost. A life should not have been lost. But this shouldn't have happened in the first place. If we all keep our hands to ourselves. We are living in treacherous times. We in Texas. Folks is trigger happy. It's a lot of gun violence been going on in Deep Ellum. It's a lot of these shootings that's going on in Dallas. I'm telling y'all. Sometimes the best thing to do is absolutely nothing. We've been taught to fight fire with fire. Sometimes you fight fire with water. Fire with fire is more fire and more destruction. I'm not saying not defend yourself, but I'm just saying sometimes we got to get out of our emotions in anger and let's think logically in each and every situation that we have presented in life. Because the goal is to make it home. The goal is to make it home to our families. And the goal is to make it home and live long. All right? So my prayers are going out to Carmelo. My prayers are going out to Austin Metcalf. Let's give another round of applause for them. We hope all is well. and we wish them nothing but the best. We wish them nothing but the best. I also want to cover what I've been going through a little bit. Recently got in a car accident. A couple of months ago. Wasn't my fault. Driving in the lane. The guy pulls out thinking he has it and he doesn't. Runs right into me. My car is totaled. At the time of the month, I really didn't need that to happen. Had a lot of things that I had to take care of financially. But in hindsight, looking at it, sometimes the things that we think are setbacks end up being setups. Say that one more time. Some of the things that we think are setbacks end up being set up. And so, as soon as the accident happened, reached out to my attorney. I met with my attorney. First thing he asked me, was it my fault? He said no. I told him no, wasn't my fault. We got a witness that saw the whole situation. He already gave his report to the police. They got it on file. Was not my fault. He said, okay, cool. I'm going to get you paid. I told him, I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. So, did my physical therapy. Did that for 2.5 months. Huge round of applause to my physical therapy team. You guys are amazing, located in Frisco. You guys did a phenomenal job. Some things that I learned, some stretches that I learned that I can apply in my everyday life and in my fitness journey. Thank y'all so much. You guys were amazing, and you guys handled me well. Went to my physical therapy, got anesthesia, had to get some shots and things like that. But got a text from my attorney. The case is settled. The case is settled, and we're gonna get, we're gonna get a payout from this situation. All is well. I'm in new wheels, in a new car, and I'm back doing what I need to do. But I just want to share that and let y'all know that the things in life that you think that are setbacks, it's actually a setup, and God is trying to get something to you. So a huge round of applause for that. Stay optimistic. This is going to be a great season for us. It's going to be a great season for you, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the rest of 2026. Now let's shift over to sports.
Lions for the win. His three-pointer. Anthony for three. That's a three.
Shucky ducky quack quack. The playoffs are here. Round of applause for the playoffs. We are in the NBA Finals right now. It is the Knicks going against the Spurs right now. This series is one for the ages. The New York Knicks are finally back in the playoffs. They have, round of applause for that. The New York Knicks, led by Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, are back in the finals for the first time since 1999, over 27 years. And they're doing their thing. They've been on a tear. They're on a 12 playoff game winning streak, second to the 2016 Golden State Warriors. They look good. They are led by Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. They are a team of depth, and they have their eye on the prize. They have recently played Game 1 and Game 2 of these finals, and they stole not only 1, but 2 games in San Antonio. Who had that? Who thought they was going to go and take 2 games in San Antonio? They're playing game 3 on Monday, but as this broadcast is going on, game 3 will probably already be played. But let me tell you something. Now. The Knicks, they are on a tear, and they look like they're going to take this whole thing. The teams, a lot of the media, a lot of sports media wrote them off. They thought that the OKC Thunder and the Spurs series, that was the finals. They thought the winner of that would be the victor of the Eastern Conference, but they are proving that to be far from the truth. Karl Anthony Towns is giving Wemby work right now. Wemby is in a frenzy, okay? The Spurs are young. They will be back, okay? They are young, and you are seeing their youth in these playoffs. Victor Wembanyama had a crucial turnover, all right? When they had a chance to win it, he threw it to Stephon Castle, but Stephon Castle was not looking, ended up turning it over. Jalen Brunson got fouled after he got the turnover and went and iced the game with the 2 free throws to win the game. Now, they had time left. Miss Johnson set up a nice, beautiful play with De'Aaron Fox driving and kicked it to Victor Wembanyama for the shot in the mid-range, but unfortunately, he was unable to knock it down, which led to them losing 105-104, which gave the Knicks a 2-0 lead in the finals. Game 3 will be electric, and it's finna go down, and I'm excited for it. The Knicks are looking to win their first title in over 73 years, so huge round of applause for the Knicks. Huge round of applause for the Knicks. They are looking to win this whole thing, and I will be tuned in, and I'm excited for them. Now, a couple of huge trades that went down in the NFL. Myles Garrett is now traded to the Los Angeles Rams. A.J. Brown finally got his trade out of the Eagles and went to the New England Patriots, who, granted, they went to the Super Bowl without him, and they were the AFC champions. So you add in a prolific and arguably a top 5 receiver to what they already got cooking. Watch out for the New England Patriots. Also, watch out for the Los Angeles Rams. They went to the conference championship. They failed to the Super Bowl champ, Seattle Seahawks. But with them adding the greatest defensive player in the league right now, coming off of a single season sack record, coming off of a Defensive Player of the Year award, they will have something for all of the NFL teams' asses. They are looking to make a push. They just re-signed Matt Stafford to a 2-year deal, so they are putting all the chips on the board for the next season. Now, I think that is it for me. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to this episode of the Dexterity Podcast. Round of applause for yourselves. Round of applause on yourselves. Thank y'all for tuning in. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the content, to the page. This is where you can get everything. Don't forget to follow the IG page. Don't forget to follow the TikTok. Don't forget to follow the Facebook page. And don't forget to like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Dexterity Podcast. I'm your host, your boy, your nephew, whatever you need me to be. We are out. Now listen, we got a new show on the way. Should I? Hey, why not? We got a new show on the way called Family Take. Family Take is on the way. It's not just going to be me. It's going to be a couple of my best friends that I call brothers, and we're going to be breaking down. This is a sports podcast series. It's electric. We already shot a pilot episode. I can't wait for y'all to hear it, and I can't wait for y'all to see it. Listen, I got more content on the way, but listen, we have wrapped it up today. I'm your host. I love y'all. I missed y'all. And in the words of Autumn Schwarzenegger, I'll be back. The Dexterity Podcast episode 7 is in the books. Oh, and how can I forget? Shucky ducky quack quack. We out. Love you.